Hello friends, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, it will be a good time to subscribe now. Hello friends, here is a reasoning question. Let's see what the question is. A mountaineer at 8,600 feet suddenly developed carpopedal spasm. Explain why. Now I always say that for reasoning question you need to understand two things. Joining of the dots, you know the facts. You just have to join them correctly. And second is you have to understand the angle behind that question. So here they are asking carpopedal spasm. And you know carpopedal spasm is a typical manifestation of tetany. That means the question is asking why at a certain height or at in the mountains, in the heights, why the person develops symptoms of tetany. Let's understand. Carpopedal spasm is a typical manifestation of tetany. Now you know tetany typically is seen in hypocalcemia. It has got two major causes. Hypocalcemia resulting from hypoparathyroidism, that's a commonly known cause. But the other cause is alkalosis. Alkalosis also leads to manifestations of tetany, hypocalcemic tetany. And to be precise here in this case, it is the respiratory alkalosis. Let's understand why respiratory alkalosis, which is happening here in this mountaineer, it leads to manifestations of tetany. At heights, there is hypoxic stimulation of peripheral chemoreceptors. You know that as the person goes into the mountains at heights, there is hypoxia. And hypoxia would stimulate the peripheral chemoreceptors. Now this will result in stimulation of ventilation. So hyperventilation will result in CO2 being washed out. Obviously, hyperventilation, so CO2 washed out of the body. Now CO2 means H+. I have said this a number of times in my lectures. CO2 is a volatile acid. It binds with water everywhere in the body to form H+. So CO2 washed out means H+ washed out, acids washed out, and acids washed out of the body means alkalosis. So here is a condition of respiratory alkalosis. Hypoxia stimulating ventilation, causing CO2 and H+ being washed out and resulting in respiratory alkalosis. Now the most important part is here. H+, the hydrogen ions, and the calcium, ionic calcium, they compete with each other for binding sites on the plasma proteins. Yes, that's the most important part of this discussion. So if there is decreased H+ concentration, that means there is no competition for calcium for binding with the plasma proteins. It means what? More and more ionized calcium will get bound to plasma proteins. And it means what? It means there will be less and less amount of free ionic calcium in the plasma. So, alkalosis resulting in hypocalcemia, as in reduced plasma calcium, ionic calcium in the plasma will become less and less. And as you are aware, less calcium in the plasma leading to manifestations of tetany in the form of carpopedal spasm and other manifestations. So this was the reasoning question which required you to understand 2 points separately and then join them. Often you will need this ability while solving reasoning questions.